The Chicago business scene is as diverse as the city itself, but we don't always hear from the entrepreneurs who keep the Chicago economy colorful. That's where I come in. I'm Micaela Brown, and this is the Minority Report. Disruption is a word that's thrown around a lot in the entrepreneurial community, but Benjamin Dyett is taking it to a new level. By creating the co-working spaces called Grind, he aims to redefine the very way we work. But what does that mean? I sat down with him at the Chicago space, which opened late last year, to get to the bottom of it. What made you start out as an attorney? Like, why did your path start there and not straight on as an entrepreneur?
Oh my God. The main reason for me going to law school was because I got to the end of my college experience and realized that I either had to get a job or go to graduate school. And
really?
I chose to go to graduate school.
Do you think that that is a good thing going to graduate school, or choose something else?
I'll tell you, my biggest regret was not taking time off between the two. I went from college to graduate school. Not taking a little break and experiencing or dipping my toe in the work world and making a much more meaningful decision about whether or not I would go back to school or stay in the workforce. That's one of my biggest regrets.
There really is a shortage of minorities that frequent establishments like this. Do you feel like being a minority owner, it was hard to establish credibility starting Grind spaces?
We never stop to think about things like that. However, it is a very, very important aspect of how we build our communities, because we truly believe that the strength of an entrepreneurial community comes from its diversity. I mean, one of the things we're most proud of at Grind is about 40% of our membership is female. Unheard of in the co-working world, especially on the tech side of the co-working world. But it's something that we work on every day and we push because it just makes for a proper, healthy, organic community.
You talk about the future of work a lot. What does that mean, and what does the future of work mean to you?
Well, I'll tell you what it looks like. It looks like that. About half of the US workforce will be independent workers over the next 10 years. And these are people who will not work full-time for, some established large company. So they're going to be people like my members. And where are these 60 million people going to work? They're going to work in places like this. Hopefully they will all work in places like Grind. Yeah. But right now we don't have capacity for 60 million people.
What do you think are some of the main factors that are hindering multicultural businesses to be successful?
When some multicultural businesses are established, they consider themselves to be different than a similar business run by the not multicultural side of the world.
Right.
A lot of time and effort is spent on that mindset that could be spent on the business.
What do you think Grind can do to help assist the advancement of these small multicultural sole proprietor businesses?
I want Grind in Chicago to be an oasis for business where all people are welcome and all people come and can succeed here, and also where they can come and find help and expertise that they need to achieve their goals and to do well in their businesses.
Tell me some of the things that you learned from the existing entrepreneurs in Grind space, and how do you apply it to how you run this business?
The real lesson that I should be applying is to have a more balanced life. Because that's what we tell our members. I mean, I need to practice what I preach.
Right.
I could do better.
I would say that I am louder than most people.
I would agree.
Thank you. I'll take it as a compliment. So how do you deal with people like me that may come in and may be a little bit more high in volume in such a closed-in space?
Well, there are a couple of ways that we do that. First of all, we provide a lot of nooks and crannies and chat rooms and phone booths for people who have to do a lot of loud phone work to go to. When people come to Grind and choose to work here, they do it because they want to work in this kind of environment. And part of being in this kind of environment is to have that buzz around you. And they actually want that buzz and electricity and that vibe. And it's actually okay as long as it doesn't become seriously disruptive.
Right.
So if it's in moderation, we can say, or at least if it's in sensible bits, then it's accepted here.
So my voice is allowed in grind.
Absolutely.
Well, great.
Yeah.